and I'll see if I can talk to her then. Hopefully I can catch her, and then I'll come back home for the ceremony and stuff. Yeah, on Tuesday. I'm gonna head in the early morning.
Sorry, do I need to write this down, or are you gonna, or do I need to contact her, or what do I need to do?
I don't think you need to do anything in concerns
Okay,
to
but
this,
why haven't you been doing it?
because I didn't know she still wanted to see
She
me.
always wants to see you, and I told you that long ago. You were supposed to go and see her once a.
I guess we're still doing the once a week thing.
Yes, and you're doing it because you haven't been doing it. She would extend it longer if you were doing it, but you don't do it. When last did you see her?
Last term.
That's like months ago.
All right.
So that's-
There
so
was a
that's not-
3 week break, and I assumed that we didn't have to see her and see each other. And it was, she didn't mention anything on the first day. I even bumped into her.
When last did you see her? And bumping into her doesn't count.
The last time I saw her was the last Thursday that I was at school. Last term.
You sat down with her and had a meeting with her,
Yeah.
which was in December.
Yeah. And then I didn't have class, and then I just thought that we wouldn't be continuing it into the next term.
Why?
Because I don't see why we need to.
I think you need to.
Why?
Because you're disconnected with stuff. You don't know when your teachers are letting you know that they're not there.
What do you mean?
I'm
No. Actually, no. Don't just look away from me when I say
I'm
this.
going to open the email and I will discuss it point for point with you, and I'll tell you what you need to do to fix it. It's not just a matter of just assuming that I don't know what's going on. I need it for you to look after it, and then if you don't look after it, then I have
The
to
whole
get
point of me seeing her was she just wanted to make sure that I was on track with my classes.
And you're not on track right now.
I am on track right
No,
now.
you're not. Because if you had all your stuff all organized and you were following along, there wouldn't have been this problem we're having this week where the teacher wasn't there and you didn't know where he was and you hadn't been able to get hold of him for a week and all this crap.
What do you mean? He was sick last week. I'm not going to be there this week, so I don't know when the next class is going to be scheduled for.
Right. So let me just get the thing first.
I have somebody who's in my class who's going to be telling me when they discuss this.
I don't want you to be relying on people in your class. I need you, and she said you were supposed to email your teacher. Did you see that part?
I was supposed to email my teacher about what?
I'm sorry, a minute. Let me pull it up before I argue the point for point with you like you wanted.
Alright, because I have the email open as well.
Fine. I will open it because I don't know what you read.
Alright.
You want to have this, what you do it this way. So she says here, all students were notified of the class cancellations this week for lighting and texture, as the instructor was sick. Do you agree with that?
Yep.
She says the email was sent to their VCAT emails, and the reason was noted. Did you get that?
Yes, I got that.
The class will be rescheduled, and this will be discussed between the instructors and the students next week, meaning this week.
Yes, I know that.
If there have been classes that are cancelled besides lighting and texture this week, please have Colin come and speak to me directly about this. Were there any other classes that you need to talk to her?
No.
Right. So I've made a note that Colin not be attending Tuesday evening's class, right? But he's also in Colin's responsibility to contact the instructor and inform his absence. Have you done that?
Yes, I have.
Where did you do that? How did you do
I emailed Tommy.
it? To what account?
To his email, Tommy, whatever his last name is, at VCAD, or at my VCAD. I've already notified
He says,
Tommy that I'm
I
not going to
hope
be
he has
there.
informed the instructor this past Tuesday evening to get the work needed to be submitted next week. Have you done that?
Yes.
So what work are you submitting next week?
I don't know yet.
Well, then you couldn't have done that.
I've told him that I will be submitting it next week, if
This
I
is
can-
next week, or we're in next week.
Yes, I know that. There isn't any work due this week.
So he didn't give you anything to do.
Well, he couldn't have. He wasn't there last week.
He has email, right?
Yes, he does, but he doesn't email assignments if he's sick. He can't do that. He has to
Why?
instruct us because that's not what we're doing. We work on a project-based system, not
So I'll
assignment-based.
respond to her and let her know that he can't do that then, right?
Well, I mean, he's trying to grasp how this whole area of work is. Like, it's
If
not
you will need to
assignment
contact the
based,
instructor,
project based.
David Kenley,
Yes.
is that who you email? Because that's not the name you just said.
No. Tommy is the class that wasn't there last week. David Kenley is the class that I have from 6 to 10 tonight, and I've already covered, or not tonight, tomorrow night. I've already covered how I'm going to get my stuff into him with you today. I'm going to be going in early tomorrow morning so I can hand it in.
If you're having a problem getting hold of Debbie Kenley, she says to send an email to her and she will email him.
Yeah.
Are you
I know
having
that.
problems getting hold of David Kenley?
No. I don't need to get a hold of him. Why do I need to get a hold of him?
Well, if that other guy's not responding, giving you the assignments that you need for this week, then you need to
No,
check
it's
in.
not that he isn't. It's that he physically can't because that's not how the class works. There is no, okay, this week we do this and then we hand it in next week. We're working on a 3-week assignment, and each week he instructs us on the next step. And if he can't physically instruct us on the next step, we can't do that next step.
So what do you miss about not being there this Tuesday?
I miss whatever instruction he was going to give us last week, and then any instruction that he's going to give us for this week.
And
So
if you can't be in the class, you can't learn the stuff, right?
pretty much, yeah.
Okay, that just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Because somewhere the stuff is written down, and
It
somewhere
isn't.
you should be able
He
to.
isn't. He doesn't have. He doesn't have an assignment sheet. I asked him for them last week, and he said that, or not last week, on the first week. I asked if he could print out some assignment sheets, and he said, "Yeah, sure, I'll get on that," but he still hasn't.
But then I need you to email him and say, remember I spoke to you about this, and Danielle can't be there on Tuesday. Where can I get this information?
I've already got that covered. I already have somebody who's going to be tutoring me.
I don't trust that part, right?
Well, I mean, the school's designated 3D tutors, so I'd imagine that they
Colin and I
have
are
the.
scheduled to meet weekly on Tuesdays.
We did not schedule for Tuesdays. I know
Says
that.
Tuesdays, right there.
Yeah,
Tuesdays.
she can have it. She can tell me. She can say whatever she likes. I know that before our meetings
Right.
were for Thursdays.
No, Tuesdays. And he has not seen me yet this term, right? I have emailed him weekly for updates and to remind him about the meetings. So she's been emailing you.
I have no emails from her. Like, if she's been sending them specifically to my VCAT,
Yes.
then I haven't been getting them.
Well, where else would she send them? Was she sending it to Moobur and you're just ignoring
I
it?
have them forwarded from my VCAT to my Moobur anyway, so that wouldn't make a difference.
I don't understand. Say it again.
If she sends it to my VCAT, they send to my Moobur
But I
account
don't think
anyway.
you're checking the Moobur account.
Well, I definitely have because I don't have anything from her.
And I'll let her know that she's not sending the emails then.
No, she might be sending them. I'm just not getting them.
Highly unlikely, right? In today's age, right?
Either way, I still didn't think we were having a meeting. If we're still meeting, then sure, I'll reschedule them for Thursdays because Tuesdays is a crazy inconvenient day. But if we are having meetings, I'll reschedule
All
them
right.
for
So
Tuesday.
why don't you
or for
draft
Thursday.
why don't you draft a response to the email I just sent you, answering all those points and send it to her. But I want to see it before Chris.
All right, I'll do that in a little bit because I'm doing something right now.
What are you doing?
I'm streaming right now
Okay, but why can you stop the streaming and do this first?
because I can't just stop it midway. It'll cut the broadcast in half.
Who cares?
I care because I don't want to have to go through and edit 3 videos instead of 1.
Priorities thing, right?
Well, considering that I shouldn't really be having to do this in the first place, yeah.
Well, yeah, and the fact that I shouldn't have to be following up on this in the
I don't
first
know why
place.
you are. Like, this is something that I've already covered.
It's not been taken care of, Carl. You're not meeting with her. You have the wrong day. You're not getting her emails. There's a bunch of things.
All
that
right, these are
working.
all things that I can sort out and was actually going to sort out this Tuesday. when
don't
I
think
go
you-
in to hand in my
I don't think
assignment.
you were aware of all these things.
I was because I got the friggin' email.
What email?
The one you forwarded to me. The one you've been forwarding to me. The one of you talking to her about me not having my class, and then her responding, and then you asking that you're saying
Well,
you'll
yeah,
follow
because
up.
I've got to close the loop on this, right?
Yeah.
So either you close the loop with her, or I close the loop with her.
And I'll do it on Tuesday. Does
I
that
would-
work? Because I'd rather do it in person than via
That's
email.
fine, but I do want to see. No. We're not skipping the email part, because the email is my ammunition with her, right?
Okay, then you send an email.
No, I want you to send it.
I don't send emails. I don't do that.
You're doing it.
I'm not going to.
You are going to do this part
Why?
because I asked you to.
Why does that hold weight?
It doesn't hold any weight.
Like-
Do you really want to do this thing, right? I don't know, because right now I feel like
No, I don't want to do anything right now. I'm going to get back to what I was doing. I don't want to have to deal with my school today because today is one of my few days off. I don't have any homework to work on today.
Mhm.
I've prepped for today to be my free day.
But it's the day I'm wasting sorting out your school stuff.
Then
believe it
stop
or not.
wasting time on it. Don't do anything about it because I'm covering it all, wait for it, tomorrow when I go in.
Okay, listen to me very carefully. Regardless of what you want to do, which at this point I don't give a shit, right? Because now you're just being arrogant, right? I need you to respond to her email point by point, and I want to see a copy of
All
the
right,
report
I will. But I'll do it in my
And-
own time.
It will happen today.
Okay. Not now. Today, but not now. Does that work?
Give me a time.
I can give you time. I don't know when I'm going to have time.
I want you to do it before lunch.
No. Because it's
Oh,
already
okay,
after
you know what,
lunch.
You know what? I'm gonna call her myself, right? Because I don't think.
Absolutely. You know what? Just go ahead.
All right, okay.
Waste our day and call her.
Okay, I will.
But leave me out. Because I already said that I'm gonna have a meeting with her tomorrow.
I don't believe you because I'm not there. I need to get this resolved myself. I'm sorry.
I don't
but
care.
if you
I'm
guys-
sorry. Here's where I don't care if you believe me. I have an assignment that I have to hand in, so I have to go down there anyway. So I'm gonna have a meeting with her.
You're gonna wave me off on this, right?
I have to go down there anyway.
You're gonna wave me off on this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then this course is in jeopardy for you because she and I need to have a conversation. Because
How?
now you are doing your own thing and you're not doing what I want, and I need you to be doing what I want.
It's an email.
It was just an email. Now it's more.
Ah, okay. You remember how I said that whole thing about overreacting? You remember that?
Keep streaming, Cole.
No, do you remember that?
Keep streaming, enjoy the streaming, and keep showing off and doing whatever it is you're doing right
Showing
now.
off. Who am I showing off to?
I don't
I'm not
know.
talking to anybody.
It doesn't matter. I don't even care. I'm just letting you know. Not okay.
No, but do you remember when I had said that whole thing about you
And
overreacting?
this discussion is now finished.
No, you wanted me to point it out. Like I'll ask you to point out other things that I do.
Yeah.
I asked you to point this out.
Very simple thing I asked. You give me 1,000 words, and in fact, you're telling me that you're not going to do it, right?
All right. No, next
That's
time
okay.
you're doing something, I'm going to tell you to send an email that's completely inconvenient and takes you exactly in the wrong direction.
Yep.
All right? Even when you don't have to send an email because you're going to be seeing the same person in about half an hour. All right? Don't get all huffy and moody with me about this, all right? This
Oh,
is
I
you
am.
this is
Oh,
you
I am.
overreacting because you
Oh,
can't
I am.
take
Oh,
the
I
fact
am.
that I had a plan set and you
I
just
didn't-
want to have everything according to you.
No, I just want to have it done, which you appear not to want to do.
What do you mean? I have to do it has to happen one way or another. Why should I waste time today when I'm going to be doing it tomorrow?
I don't know why I waste time with any of this. I don't know why I waste time paying for this course every month. I don't know why I waste time caring about it or running around after you and worrying why you haven't been seeing her when you're supposed to be seeing her.
I
don't know why waste
I
that time.
didn't know we
But
were.
If you want to stop me wasting time, this is easy. This is really easy.